Hey guys, and welcome to episode 1 of Thrive for Life TV. I'm your host, Stephen D'Onofrio. Today I'm going to be talking about body types. This is one of my favourite conversations that I have with clients. It's always interesting to hear the different types of goals and aspirations that my clients have and who they desire to look like and the ideal body shape that they want to achieve. Alright, so the first thing that you need to understand is that you are one of 3 different body types. So there is an ectomorph, a mesomorph, and an endomorph. You may have heard those terms before. If you haven't, don't worry. I'll give you a brief rundown on what those are. So we'll start with the ectomorph. So an ectomorph is generally someone that is a lot leaner, skinnier, find it hard to put on weight, both muscle and fat. And if they're not doing resistance-based training, they generally lose weight fairly quickly. All right, so a perfect example of someone that's an ectomorph is someone that will go on a massive holiday to Europe, eat and drink, not exercise, and will come back 5 kilos lighter. Not heavier, but lighter. All right, you might know somebody that is like that, and they're generally the people that you love to hate. I mean, I'm a bit of an ectomorph myself. You know, if I was to go on a holiday and not train for a good week or so, then I actually really do feel it, and I actually lose weight. I don't actually put on weight. All right, so yeah, I accept if you hate me for that. Then the second one is a mesomorph. So mesomorph is someone that's a bit more of a stockier, naturally a stockier build, so have a bit more natural muscle tone or bulk, and they sort of fluctuate between, you know, putting on weight fairly quickly, but also losing it fairly quickly as well. I like to classify mesomorphs as like a genetic freak. So you know, there's people that are just naturally, got good shapes without trying so hard. Right? Again, people generally hate them too. And then you've got your endomorph, and your endomorph are the people that sort of walk past the bakery, smell the food, and put on the weight. So basically what I'm saying is that they're more susceptible to putting on weight if they're not careful. So they're the type of people, if they were to go on a holiday for a couple of weeks, eat and drink a lot, they'll come back 5 to 10 kilos heavier. Okay, so look, whichever one you are, either you're ectomorph, mesomorph, or an endomorph, it doesn't matter which one you are, you can still achieve fantastic results. Okay, it's not an excuse to say, oh, do you know what, I'm an endomorph, I'm always going to be on the bigger side and there's nothing that I can do. No, that's not right. Okay, it just means that you need to start training properly to achieve the results based on your body type. So and the same thing for someone that's an ectomorph. You know, so if you're trying to put on muscle, which is the general goal for someone that's an ectomorph, then you just got to start training and be consistent with it, right? And be consistent no matter which body type you are. It's actually very important to be realistic with who you want to look like and how you want to look. So if you're a ectomorph, and I'll use a celebrity that's an ectomorph as an example, someone like a Zac Efron or a Ariana Grande, right? So that's a classic example of an ectomorph build. Don't generally put on weight too quickly, very naturally leaner, skinnier. Although Zac Efron, I'm very impressed with his transformation for that last movie that he was in, Baywatch, I think it was, where he actually put on some serious muscle when he actually looks good. So that's also an example there where someone that would be naturally on the lighter side has ended up just through dedication and commitment and doing weights training has put on, I don't know how much weight he put on, but he looks fantastic. So so anyway, back to where my point was. If you're an ectomorph and you have a goal of looking like The Rock or looking like Beyonce, not to say that you can't sort of work towards looking like that, but there's going to be some differences whether you like it or not, just from a pure genetic point of view. So just be realistic with where you're at and who you want to, and how you want to look. Okay, it's the same thing saying that The Rock or Beyonce want to look like Zac Efron or Ariana Grande. It's just to some point it's not going to happen. So just appreciate and love the genetic makeup and the shape and the type of body that you are, and just maximize that to the fullest potential. just my last point on body types. So bottom line is, no matter what you are, whether you're an ectomorph, mesomorph, or an endomorph, you need to start doing weights training. All right, that's a given, weights training. Then depending on your goals, whether you're trying to put on weight or you're trying to lose weight, depends on how much cardio that you do. And that's something that we can touch base with, I guess, in later videos, or if you have any questions about that specifically, just shoot me a message and I can help lead you in the right direction of how much weight you should be doing and how much cardio you should be doing in a week to achieve what you want. But in the meantime, thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to touching base with you guys on my next episode. Thanks, bye.